Hello friends, I made this for. My name is Lauren, and we are in the midst of Virgo season, which means it's also time to do some fucking hermit work. Am I right? Yeah. So here's the dealio, friends. You already know what it is. I am a tarot reader, astrology fan, and just human being into witchy shit. Art is for losers. I'm also an artist and art teacher. If you would like to join, don't know what's going on. My makeup today, whatever. If you would like to join my Patreon where art is ritual and there's all sorts of magic, check the links down below. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. And if this is your second, third, fourth, however many time, oh my god, thank you for your support. Like, comment, subscribe if you like anything that I do. But of course, you came here for a collective reading. So you're going to get a collective reading today, specifically around the dark moon that is coming up on the 6th of September. So it's coming up soon. Let me just make sure. I know, this is really unprofessional of me. Yep, new moon in Virgo happening 6th of September. So good stuff, fun stuff. I'm also going to link down below the link to my video on Virgo season if you're wondering why I'm asking the questions that I'm asking. So here's the deal, friends. Virgo in the tarot is the Hermit, and I like to use those medicines together to kind of, just build upon each other in an energetic but grounded in some sort of substance way. So if you're not really resonating with how I'm interpreting things, I might not just be for you, and that's okay. But it's 2 minutes in, so let's get into it. Virgo is the scrutinizer. And that can be a good thing, actually. Being critical of certain things around you can be supportive in just being able to see through bullshit. But also something that's really important with Virgo is remembering that it's mutable energy. So this is the most watery of our signs in Earth energy. Okay? Yeah, thanks for sticking around and figuring that out with me. So we have mutable, fixed, and cardinal. There it is. And today I want us to kind of focus on the mutable aspect of Virgo. How can we flow in a way where we are seeing things clearly and as they are, but in a way that allows us to be flexible instead of fixed? Because again, we're in this mutable, watery version of Earth. So let's start by maybe thinking about collectively. Again, this is collectively, so interpret it in a way that feels best for you. What area of our lives can we add some critical flexibility to? Critical flexibility, that might sound like an oxymoron, but I promise you. You can be critical and flexible. I believe that's more like adapting. Two of Cups are relationships with others and how we view others. So Two of Cups sometimes gets called a mini lover's card. Yes and no for me. I think, to me, the lovers is so much more than our romantic relationships. It's our parental relationships. It's sometimes our romantic relationships, but it's our friendships. It's our coworkers. It's all those things. So it allows us some flexibility to kind of look into this and go, okay, how can I view my relationships as more of reflections of myself? Are there certain things that I love about this person that I can love more about myself? Is there certain things that this that I see that annoy me that are actually hangups that I have in my personal life. Are the people around me trying to teach me something that I'm resisting, or reflections about myself that I'm not willing to, my lipstick's a mess. It really is up to you how this interpretation is really like about you and relates to you. But where we can have more critical flexibility is basically, generally speaking, in how we relate to others. It might mean that we need to be more compassionate, like I spoke about in my last video. The idea of the hermit is we're going at our own pace, one step at a time. And so it's okay if like everyone's just at their own pace, and recognizing that where some people are is where they need to be, and we might not be able to meet them for whatever reason. So critical flexibility to me in relationship to the Two of Cups is really about how can we observe our relationships with more grace, without holding people to certain standards that are maybe unrealistic, and allow people to be where they're at. That might be a big lesson for a lot of us right now. We can only change whoever so much, or help to influence them in a way that we think is supporting. But the truth is, we're all on our own journeys. And if someone is either resistant to you, triggered by you, or you're not having an easy time relating, it might be important to take a step back and go, okay, where are my judgments coming from, and where can I bring more love and compassion to this relationship by acknowledging that somebody's journey is not the same as mine. And that can be really difficult, but really important for our own healing. We cannot change people. We can only love them. And whatever that means is whatever that means. Sometimes love is staying way the fuck away. Sometimes love is sharing some knowledge, wisdom, and compassion with them. So it really can mean different things depending on your different areas of life that the Two of Cups is showing up for you. How can we show ourselves more compassion in this season as we are relating to others? How can we ease into these relationships, relax, and relate with more understanding? What can we do? What's a good card for this? Knight of Wands. So a knight to me, or, oh my God. Sorry. My friend wants to get a tattoo and I'm totally down. So here's the deal when it comes to any of the court cards. I believe fully in that court cards are who we are asked to embody, not other people. Not to say that they can't, but I just often don't relate them that way. Sure, I'll do a reading for someone or myself, and yeah, I might interpret that as, you know what, there's certain messages coming through that's saying, hey, this isn't about you, it's somebody else. But that's really rare for me. So I think for this, we're being to relate with our relationships a little better right now. It might be important to embody the Knight of Wands, which is following our creative fire, following our soul's journey and purpose, and moving in that direction with urgency. Now, the Knights are the fastest in the suit. As far as like to me, they're the initiators. They kind of like bring forth the energy that carries us through. To me, Knights are very cardinal, which I understand is not everyone's interpretation. Don't roast me, but that's my interpretation. Again, if you don't like my interpretation, that's fair. Everyone has their own. But I really, really, really feel that Knights are cardinal. So it's asking us to step into some sort of movement of our own, maybe focusing on our creative selves, what were our projects, our endeavors, and recognizing that other people might not be able to show up for us there, but we can show up for us there. We can initiate what we need to do for ourselves and take the reins, as it were, to say, you know what? This is not where I need to focus my energy on. I need to keep it moving. I can't just hone in on your struggles and make them my own. So that might sound a little selfish, but to me, that's in relationship to the Two of Cups. Focusing on our own work allows us to not be so wrapped up in what other people are doing or how they're handling themselves. Again, we're all on our own journeys. We have to respect where everyone is in their journey as long as they're not harming anyone else or themselves. You know, there's many reasons why we don't have to intervene in someone else's life. We have to focus on our creative energies and the endeavors that are going to be sparking the flame within our own heart so that we can focus and tend to that fire of Virgo season, that hermit candle and a lamp sort of thing going on, rather than being wrapped up in like ideals of what other people should be doing, what we would be doing for them. We can't focus on others as much right now. Or maybe we're being asked to observe in a way that's not necessarily intervening for people. Often people want to make their own choices, friendo, and so we have to let them. And that's fine. We don't want other people intervening on our behalf. So if we're not... Now let me preface that again. As long as no one's hurting themselves or others, we are allowed to live our lives. So remembering that is key to this perspective. If someone's harming you, or harming themselves, or harming someone else, obviously there needs to be some level of care and direction given so that this person can get the help that they need or stop what they're doing. But most of the time, we don't have to intervene on other people. And in fact, when we're thinking about being critical but flexible, it's that discernment of knowing whether or not it is our responsibility to intervene, because often it's not. What can we do to help support ourselves in embodying the Knight of Wands? What is some medicine to help us get into a place where we can embody that flexible, cardinal power that we want to bring into our lives this season? The Sun. Again, really living in the moment, enjoying these last like days of summer. Step into your childlike self. Maybe revisit some things that made you feel good growing up that you haven't engaged in a while. Maybe it's a video game, a TV show, a favorite snack, or just a place that brings you joy, and going outside and engaging with nature. Again, it's going to look different for everyone, but how we can just engage with that creative spark could be just engaging in our inner child work so that we can focus on tending to that fire within our heart, be flexible but critical of what's going on around us in a way that allows us to be expansive. We're focusing on ourselves. We are healing. We are taking care of the inner child in whatever way that means to you. So that's my thoughts, my collective reading around this new moon coming up. If you found this helpful, supportive, or you just resonated with it at all, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tap the bell if you haven't already so you can know when I'm putting out other videos. I love putting out content, doing readings that are collective, but if you want to work with me privately, one-on-one, I also have links down below, and of course that Patreon is there in case you want to support your girl. in a creative community, also known as non-toxic art school. But with that said, I hope you have a beautiful week, a beautiful moon, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.